In today's video, it's part 2 of the single stage polish on the Audi A4. Check it out. Hello everybody, my name is Phil and welcome to Miranda Detailing, where we make satisfying detailing videos. In today's video, we are completing the Audi A4. So part 1 last week that we started, you saw that we were polishing this poor, trashed Audi A4. It's straight black paint. It has a lot of defects, a lot of pitting in the front, a lot of scratches and other things that are going wrong with it. But the results are coming out pretty decent. So you already saw we reviewed some products from 303, and we also want to thank them for sending us those products. Now, here's a conclusion of the Audi A4. Hope you enjoy. So remember whatever those defects were here, those little like marks, look like somebody tried to rub something out with a towel. So yeah, they're gone. So what's left is this little corner here, and the rest of it has been polished. So let's continue to get this little part done. So much better. I know you hate to see any swirls left over. The light in here does make it look a lot worse, and that just still needs to be wiped a little bit. I'll probably hit this just one more time, a little bit more aggressively, because even here it's a little bit more cleared up than here. So I'll hit this a little bit more. So again, sometimes you got to hit it a few times to clear it up. So even though I call it a one-step or a single stage, you know, I'm not using any compound, I'm still just using polish, but sometimes you have to hit it multiple times. 2 times is really the most I'll go. I won't go any more than that. Much better. Yep, see? Another hit will remove even more. Let's move on to this panel. So I'll hit that a little bit more as I move on to this panel here. Alright, so we are working our way around. I have the hood and this side all polished, and it's definitely looking much better, but the sides here are pretty trashed, but that's the finish that we're getting on it. So it was really bad. I think I'm going to hit this area a little bit more, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Yeah, it's clearing up much nicer, but the paint just has a lot of defects, a lot of deep stuff that's not going to come out with this polish. We're getting all the heaviness out of it, but there's some heavy stuff. That's just a smudge, I didn't wipe that yet, but there's some deep scratches and abrasions here that are just not going to come out. But overall the paint is looking better. The clear coat is pretty hard, so as I mentioned before, I am having to hit it multiple times to get it to an acceptable degree. So now I'm on the roof here. I haven't done anything yet, but I wanted to point out that light right there. That's one of the photography stands, and then one of the LED bulbs that I have there that is amazing for paint correction. So I have another one that's actually a mic, like a mic boom stand, but I have that light stand there and then the mini one here. So these are just photographer lights, and I bought these bulbs separate. So I have all that info on my website, so check it out here, check out the links below. And if you're in a garage situation like this where you don't want to put up permanent LED lights, then this is a great option because they're super light. They fold up, or not fold up, but slide down. These release, and it collapses to about this height. But as you can see, it'll go up, I think about 7 feet or so, maybe 8 feet. And they're pretty sturdy. And they do come with the head here, the stand. It actually comes with a little light umbrella for photography, which I use in my videos anyway, in my little office where I have my green screen, and I set up these lights in there also. And they're very affordable, like 50, 60 bucks, maybe a little bit more now. The prices fluctuate. But definitely consider getting one of these stands. You can bring them, you know, mobily to jobs as well. Yuck. Not a bad day to be polishing. Okay, so before and after. Much improved. So I took some 1500 grit wet sanding paper and went over these lightly, and now I'm just using some 3000 grit, and again just lightly going over the areas that I hit. And it flattened them out I'm not an expert on wet sanding, so I know some people who see this will say that's not the way you're supposed to do it, which probably not, but this is just for small areas. I know, that looks horrible, right? Well, let's see what compounding will do. Okay, so after some heavy compounding, it got rid of the nasty touch-up paint, but those scratches are extremely deep. I'm going to hit it again with a little bit of a heavier compound. I believe I have some either M100 or M101, so I'll hit it with that. And again, I'm going to be careful with this. The paint readings are good. It's like 4.5 or so microns of paint, but you know, I'm not going to go crazy on it. As far as I want to go. Here's the heavy defects originally. The clear coat is very hard. That's even with M100. And the microfiber cutting pad, I'm not going to go any more aggressive. So those scratches are just going to have to stay there. They're way too deep. And there's some other damage here, like other dings and things. Something must have landed on here, or something was placed on here and just scratched it. Alright, so that's the trunk after. There's another deeper abrasion that's just hideous looking. I'm going to go a little bit more on that one, see if I can get it out. But overall, at least all that touch-up paint is gone. That was nasty looking. And you can see all the little ripples, something hit it there. There, so I went a little further on that defect. It's right there, but that's as far as I'm going to go with that one, because this is still just a one step, so I'm going a little overboard. So we found the source of the overspray. This panel was repainted. So you can see in the flat light, like sanding marks underneath the clear coat in the paint. You can see right there those lines, that's within the clear coat, that's under the clear coat and the paint. See that? It's like sanding scratches on either the filler or the Bondo or whatever's underneath that, and then they simply sprayed the color, sprayed the clear coat, but it wasn't quite a nice finishing job on the sanding. It doesn't really pick up that much with direct light like this. You really don't see it as much. You see the scratches and the swirls, but in the flat light it picks up what's underneath the paint in the clear coat. So this is the passenger side rear quarter panel. This was repainted, and that's where this overspray line comes from. So that's where that overspray tape line came from. They must have taped off some sections here. That's where they painted this rear quarter panel. What overspray? Alright, so let's check out 3D's tire balm. Like lip balm. So let's see. Oh yeah, smells nice. Why do detailers always like to smell their products? Well, because we're always working with these volatile products that sometimes they smell really gross. So I have this 4-inch polishing pad, which I don't use for polishing, so it's perfect for tire applicator. Whoa. Well, that was dumb. I just wasted product. Stupid. Okay. Let's get a little zoom in shot. Okay. It applies really nice. So that's just first application. We'll let it sit and we'll come back and see what it looks like. So to give you the rundown on this product, it says it does what a protectant or dressing should do. Protects against fading and cracking, dries quickly, no greasy residue, easy to apply. Yep, it is. So it says to apply into a clean, cool, dry tire. Use whatever applicator, let dry, apply one coat for a natural finish. For a shinier finish, apply a second or third with a 10-minute waiting period in between coats. Wipe off any residual that drips onto the rims. It may streak. Oh, okay. Streaking occurs, then reapply to that specific area. Okay, not a problem. Of course, different tires react differently to different dressings. So it's like some tires, the rubber really loves dressing, and you clean it, you dry it, you dress it, it looks brand new, it looks perfect. Other tires, even though they're brand new, for some reason the rubber does not absorb some dressings. So it all depends on the tires and the type of rubber. So it's been about 5 minutes and they look really, really nice. They still need to dry just a little bit more. I could wipe it down, but I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let it dry and then we'll look at it again. Okay, so this is after about 25 minutes or so. They look really nice. Personally, I like this look. So today, again, I'm using Meguiar's Fast Finish. I really love this stuff, and I've used this on 3 vehicles already. Seems about half full still, so goes a long way.
just adore you all of the time. I'd like to I'd like to I'd like to love you every day. I'd like to love you, love you. I'd like to love you, if I may. I'd like to love you, I'd like to love you, I'd like to love you night and day, if I may. I'd like to I'd like to love you every day. I'd like to love you, I'd like to love you, if I may.
No? Why not? Why not? That. No. Alright. No. Come on. Stinker. No. No, hey, hey, whoa, you stinker, you're a stinker. You're not helping me, mister. No, you're not helping me. I'm gonna put this in your face? No, 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 no. So the Audi is complete. It's looking much better. As you remember before, the paint was trashed. It was in horrible shape, and a single stage polish brought it back to life. Yes, there are a lot of defects, a lot of road rash, a lot of pitting, some heavier scratches, but I think you'll agree that it looks so much better. All the little chrome bits are polished, and that's actually like a painted plastic, not a textured plastic, so that needed to be hand polished. It's just looking so much better. True, I like full corrections, but it's not always advantageous for the customer. This is the daily driver. There's still a lot of defects, some deep scratches, some other abrasions. However, the trunk is looking much better. Just those horrible deep scratches. There's also some dents that you can see in there. So overall, much improved. Got that overspray out. That just needed to be compounded, and it came right out. And the tires really look nice with that 303 tire bomb. That's nice stuff. This is just still drying a little bit, but they look nice. So the Audi is complete. Now, as you noticed, I did have to use a couple of different products, but the result really speaks for itself. It was super glossy, and the defects were cut by at least 50% or so. And with a single stage polish or an all-in-one polish, that's really what you're shooting for. Minimizing those defects and the swirls, some scratches, and trying to extract as much gloss and depth as possible. And I think the results were really great. And again, the customer was very, very happy with it. So you saw that we tested out some products. So 303 was kind enough to send us some products to use. So their tire and rubber cleaner we used on the tires, and they worked really, really well. Now, I also used the tire balm and protectant on the tires, and they came out beautiful. So again, I always talk about different types of rubber on tires. Some love dressings, some don't love dressings, and they end up looking dry and blotchy. If you want to use the really super high gloss silicone or solvent based dressings, sometimes those will work on some of those more dried out tires, but again, each tire is different. The higher end tires are nicer. The lower end cheaper tires don't always dress up so nicely. So it just all depends on the type of rubber that you're dealing with those tires. But overall, those two products, the cleaner and then the tire balm and protectant, they worked really, really well, and I really like those products. So I'll have links to those down below. Definitely check them out. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share it with others who may enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe and click that bell. That way you get notifications each time our videos drop and you don't miss stuff. So if you guys are interested in any of the tools or products that we use, then click the link up here. It goes directly to our website that has a dedicated page with those tools and products that we use that is still growing. I'm adding things to it each time, but you can see exactly what you want. You can click on those links, brings you directly to Amazon where you can purchase them easily. So we'll see you next time. Hope you have a great day.